Alright, so this is my first unboxing video, and it's of the GoPlus 7.5 foot Raft. So it's about $260 online. So we're going to see what we think of it. There's really not many videos online of this thing, which is why I'm making this. Alright, let's see what we got. This is... I don't know what that is. But yeah, looks like this is supposed to be some sort of dry container. Oh, I'm sorry, repair kit. Okay, so this is probably for, I would guess, removing the cores of the one-way valves for air. It's kind of like a wrench. And then these are pieces of the actual raft material for, I guess, gluing back. Now I don't see any glue in here. I don't know if this has backing or what. Yeah, I'm not sure how they expect you to do that, but I don't see any glue. Alright, so that's cool. We got oars that have brackets on them. Now these are supposed to mount on the sides of the raft when not in use. They're two pieces, they lock together. There's your paperwork for it. Now actually, one thing I want to check with this, if they gave you a certificate of origin, which I don't think they did, which could be a problem registering it. But we'll see. I don't see one in there. Now, I know people have registered them though, so I'll have to do some research on that. Here's your pump. Foot pump. Let's open that up because we'll probably... I have an electric pump for it, but I might end up using the tube. It's got a little twist lock on there, so that's nice. So yeah, it's your foot pump. You hook it to it. Oh, it looks like it's got... so you can actually deflate it as well, put it under vacuum to do it quickly, but you got that. This should be either the bench seat or I think one of the flooring plates. Oh, it's aluminum. That's nice. Okay, I think this is the bench seat. Yeah, it's got the little bracket on the side of it. That's actually very nice. I didn't expect that. I thought it was going to be like plyboard or something, but here's your little aluminum seat for the middle. Then we got big duffel bag kind of thing, which should have the raft in. Oh, and underneath there is the slats for the floor, which actually, surprisingly, are not wood. Oh, yeah, they are. They didn't feel like wood at first. Coated in something. I don't think it's just paint. It feels a lot thicker and it looks a lot thicker. Okay, so these are slats for the floor, which we're going to talk about that in a minute, because I don't really like that setup, but that's okay. We'll get rid of the box. It's got a little tie made out of the same material as the raft. Looks pretty good so far. Alright, now here's one of the things that I really was a little concerned about. Okay, good. It does have an HIN number, full identification number.
It's got a VIN on the other side.
Yep, there's right there.
And there's your spec plate.
Yep. Yes, that's what I was concerned about, because you'll never register it without that. So
you're gonna have to do a pencil drawing of it.
Yeah.
And go to DMV.
So yeah, looks pretty good so far. You know, it's small, but they do make bigger versions of this. I got the smaller one because the idea behind this was actually to replace an actual Zodiac raft that I got. Same size. Now, what I was saying before about we'll get to the floor is I'm going to try and use the floor out of the Zodiac in this because they're the exact same size. They're supposed to be. The other thing is the Zodiac has an inflatable keel, which will actually fit in this. So I might put it in there, so that way you get a little bit more of a keel to the bottom of it, because that'll actually allow me to run a little bit of a bigger motor, because it'll actually plane the raft. The way the raft is, I don't believe it does plane. All right, so should have only 2 valves on this one. The Zodiac you have 3, but you have 3 because of the keel as well. But on this one, it should only be 2 because you have 2 separate chambers.
Now, are these numbered 1 or 2, or you do just it don't matter on this?
I don't know. I don't think so. But I'm gonna do it the way we did on the Zodiac. That was the right way. So.
Well, we'll know once you start putting air in it if the other side starts to inflate or not. That.
Right. What he's talking about is on the Zodiac. It actually, for the 2 chambers, it's kind of one chamber, and then the one just has a bag in it. So if you inflate the one side first versus the other one, it won't inflate properly because the bag will actually push against the thing if you inflate it too much. So you have to do, like, they're labeled 1 and 2. This one I don't believe so, but we'll see. So I got this mainly because I have a very small sailboat, and the keel cranks up. Once the keel's up, it only drafts like 6 inches of water. With the keel down, it's like 3.5. But it's kind of annoying to have to crank that up all the time. And when we plan on going camping, you know, offshore, it's just easier to take this between ship and shore rather than having to crank the keel up and bring it to shore. The other thing is, the sailboat is fine, even though it's a smaller one where we go. It's fine in rough water. The problem is, when we went a couple weeks ago, we had a storm roll in, and the sailboat is, it can do the bay, it can even do the ocean a little bit, but unfortunately for us, there was a lot of lightning, and it's not really good being in the middle of a reservoir with 25-foot aluminum mast. So we had to bring it into shore. We couldn't get to the dock because it was too far the other way before the storm rolled in. So rather than anchoring out in the water and staying on it and risk getting struck by lightning, we had to bring it into shore, and it beat up against the rocks a lot, which I really didn't like, but this will be nice to have because then we can leave it anchored out in the water and just take this to the shore where we're not worried about getting struck by lightning. So let's see if I can fit this to the vacuum. Should be fine. Okay. One thing I should mention, typically I think you put the slats in first before you do this. I'm not going to do that just because I'm not planning on using those. So for now I'm just going to pump it up and see what it looks like. Stupid. Does it have a... Yeah, it is a one-way valve. I don't know why it's not... Oh, there we go. Okay. I didn't have it pushed out. That's pretty cool. My other one doesn't have that, actually. There's a button in there to turn the one-way valve on and off, I guess, for draining it. My other one, you have to...
Yeah, there's 2 valves.
Right, you got to unscrew the second piece. That's really cool. It's just like a little button. loud.
Reminds me of them things that the kids have that you spin around your head that whistle.
Make sure this one's popped out. There we go.
Here, hold on. Let me get a video of how it pops in and out.
Okay. So right now the valve's closed. Turn it like that, now it's open. So if you want to deflate it, you have it open like that, turn that, it'll pop out and you're good. And then actually this, it's got a little thing in there to push it, so you don't need to open it to put this on. It automatically does it, and then automatically closes when you take it off. That's really cool. I actually like that a lot better than the Zodiac. I'm sure modern Zodiacs have that. The one I have, I'm pretty sure is pretty old, but that's definitely an improvement over it.
I think this one's built better than the Zodiac with the handles and everything.
It looks better. It does. Like, this looks a lot better. I mean, you gotta remember also that Zodiac
is older.
Yeah, it's a lot older. But then another thing I can tell right off the bat, not a big deal, but that's different, is it doesn't have the quick latches, which that could be good or it could be bad, you know, because I mean the cool thing is, you know, when you're motoring, if
you flip them around and lock them down.
Lock it in there, so that's cool. But yeah, so far I like it. It almost looks a little smaller than the Zodiac.
It is.
Yeah, the size of the
It's not as wide. I don't think it's as long. And then the tubes don't look like they're as big around.
Yeah. But the thing too is,
we're gonna have to put them side by side.
Right. And then you got your plug right here, the drain plug. There, which is that a? Oh, it does have. It's got like a little scupper valve on it, which is
nice.
a little one-way valve. Yeah.
It's got a little one-way.
Yeah, that's really cool actually. The other one, the Zodiac, doesn't have that. So. Yeah. And then let's see how this seat goes on. There's a lot of bugs out here.
And the rope is actually braided to each one.
Okay, this. Oh, that's kind of cool.
And then that just slides in.
Right, I like that though, because a lot of the other rafts, it has to hook in, and I actually really like that. This is almost like, when you put it on, it's almost like a track.
Yeah, it tracks in like a top on a convertible.
Right, so you can actually move it forward and back. That's very nice. Yeah, because like I was saying, the other ones, they hook in and it ends up ripping the thing out because you can only do it in one little spot. This has, you got a lot more real estate to work with that thing.
And honestly, you could probably order another one of them aluminum and put two of them on there.
Right.
And one you could sit back and operate the motor, and then the other one.
Yeah. I think I do have to fill it up a little more, but still, it's not bad.
So.
You know what?
And there's not a floor locker for the wood.
Right.
And the wood only does a partial part that this comes with.
In the middle, and it's separate pieces, so it's still gonna.
It's gonna walk around. Oh no, the wood slides in them the slots in the bottom.
Yeah, but it's still,
okay. You got 3 pockets underneath here.
Yeah, I'm not too big a fan of that, but you know, it's a small raft.
It's a dinghy, not a boat.
Right. You can't expect too much out of it, especially for the price. I mean, for the price so far, I'm very impressed, because I mean, there's a lot of rafts out there that are not built like this at all, that don't even have a transom.
Yeah, and like the material on this is really surprising. I didn't think it was going to be nothing like this, honestly.
No, and it looks good too. They have a couple different colors, because they have the yellow one, the yellow and black one, which I thought about getting, but the fact that it's for a sailboat is another reason I got the.
You don't want it to stick out like a
Right.
big bobber on top of your sailboat dragging behind
Right.
your boat. And like this will match your sailboat.
That's why I got it, yeah, in that color. Now the other thing I want.
And actually, this is small enough you could throw on the front of your sailboat.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, when we're at the river, or the reservoir, I'll probably just tow it behind it, but you certainly could fit it on there. The other thing that I want to point out is, because aside from the pictures online, is this actually is not white. It's actually like a light grayish, which I actually like better.
Yeah.
I think it looks a lot nicer, and it looks better than they did in the pictures. And actually, you know what, Kenny? You know what we'll do? We'll throw this in the pool. So, and actually, I'm going to put the slats in it because I didn't think of this until just now. Put the slats in, we'll throw it in the pool. I'll stand on it and see how stable it is. So, now this one is rated for a 4 horsepower motor. The engine I'm going to use on it is 3.6
4-stroke.
Yeah,
Right?
it's a 3.6 4-stroke. But I was doing some research with the inflatable keel and the floor in it. You could do up to, I believe, a 9.9. So, I mean, not that you're going to need that for this, but
With you on it, you'd be fine with a 9.9. With me in it,
yeah,
it'd be a little different.
maybe.
You want me to keep recording until we do the pool, or you want us-
Yeah, you can. I'm gonna try and see if I can put these in, and then I doubt it without breaking it. So, oh no, I can.
No, there's a gap. You got to slide them in.
Yeah, in the thing.
Right here.
But I should have enough.
See right here?
Yeah, I should have enough. I don't know. We'll see.
You're gonna have to come from the top and drop it there.
Yeah, looks like there's enough room, but
You're probably gonna have to deflate it.
yeah, or at least deflate one side. Yeah. Alright, let me take this off. So, deflate one side. We should be able to sneak them in. Then we'll put it in the pool.
Now, can that be folded up with the floor in it? It should be able to, right?
That I don't know. I don't think so. I thought I saw it you're supposed to, but I'm really not sure. We should wait off on that. If I get them in and pop it over. Yeah, I really hope the floor from the other one fits in this, because I mean, this is all well and good for a small raft, but I don't like this.
And if this is your first guy's inflatable raft, be careful with how much air you put in it, because
Yep.
when you're in the water, it will inflate itself more with the heat.
Oh yeah, yeah, it'll stretch itself out completely, and you really don't want that. A lot of people do that. I think PSI wise, it's supposed to be like 3 PSI or something like that. Really not much. You just want it to be a little bit firm. I'm sure there's a spec on it. I don't know 100% if that's what it is, but I know some other rafts. It's really, I mean, it's well under 10 PSI.
Make sure you got it all the way down.
Yeah, if it doesn't cut it, it should be good. They're in that. There's actually little channels here for them, so it doesn't break the boat.
Break the boat. It's got extra. Actually, this, I think this is built a little bit better than the other one.
Right. Which is interesting, because the other one's, you know, like a really good name brand. But then
Yeah.
again, the other one's also a lot older. I'm sure the modern ones are better, but when you look at the price difference,
Yeah.
you know, I mean,
You figure if you was to get the same one from
yeah,
them,
Zodiac, or Westwood,
Zodiac, you're looking at
over
$1,000.
Yeah, I would think, or at least close to it.
What's the matter?
Probably wouldn't hurt to put that on first too. Might be slide a little easier, because that way it's, you know, you could pull it. Not that I think it matters. It went on fine before, but I think it might be a little easier the other way.
I think as you use it too, the more you leave that seat on there, the more it's going to bring them down straight.
Right.
I think the way it was just boxed.
The way it's pushing up, yeah, it's getting caught. It's definitely, that side's definitely going on easier now. I'm gonna put this just over the middle one, I guess, so I could step between it for the video.
There you
So
go.
I'll put it even with that, because you figure if you're rowing, you want to be at it or probably behind it. I'm gonna put more in that.
Yeah.
Probably a better way to do it. Pop it off there so the valve closes right.
Yep.
I'll tell you what though, it is, yeah, especially the bottom is a very, very thick material. That's nice. And even this feels like it. So the way they got everything
It
down.
seemed really well.
Yeah, and this is very good too.
Yeah, it's got a bumper all the way around there.
Right. I like that. Alright, we're gonna pick her up, put her in the pool. So, you can even stop it for now.
Well, we ain't got but like 10 steps to go. We might as well just keep it rolling.
Well, I guess if anything, it's a good video of how light it is.
Yeah.
Look at that. Put it right between the cars.
Bottom of it's built really good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's a lot, looked like they went a lot farther out on this one than it was on the Zodiac. Ready? Give it the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, sure. 1, 2, 3.
And it floats.
That is the point. Another thing I like is this handle here.
Well, like I said earlier, the handles on it are big and they're
Right. They're big and they're I mean they're on there with the Zodiac. You have a rope.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all. And even some of the other ones have the handles, but I mean this is built. It's very rigid, which is good because a lot of the other ones, this is so light that when you pull it, it flexes it too much and it starts to rip up. With this, you really got to pull on it to do that. So. All right.
You put the plug in it?
Yep, plugs in. Okay, now I'm stepping on the one board. It's staying pretty. Yeah, see, I can actually. Feels like a water bed, but I'm standing actually on the part that doesn't have, and it actually feels pretty good.
I think Lola wants to get in there with you.
Yeah, she'll get nervous and she'll scratch off. Well, I don't know. Maybe she will. Maybe she won't. I don't know when her nails were clipped. But yeah, it's actually honestly, it really doesn't feel bad.
Now turn around and walk to the back. Like,
I mean, don't get me wrong. You could certainly tell it's a very small raft, but I go on the back. The only real problem with stability that I can see is going from the boards to the floor, because the floor flexes. It doesn't flex too much where your foot's gonna fall into it, but you know the boards are obviously rigid and the floor's not. So like right now, I'm standing completely off the boards in the back.
here, let me get a shot of your feet in there. Where you're standing. Stand down on the floor.
Yeah,
again.
Alright, so I'm standing on the floor.
Yeah, it's hardly sinking at all.
Yeah, it's not too bad. So actually, It looks like we actually do have a little leak. Only when I stand right there, though. The other seems okay. If I actually, it's fine now, it's not leaking. If I stand here, it actually pushed a little bit of water up. There's a seam right here, and there's a little drops of water will pop through there only when I stand on it, though. Not a big deal. We have adhesive, we could fix that. You want to get a video of it? It's right here. If you look right here, when I stand
Here,
on
I'm gonna hand you the phone so you can get it.
So it's actually right here, but it's only when I step on it. So if I step down here, watch. See that? Still not a big deal, honestly, because I could put some sealant in there and we should be good. Like I said, only when I stand on the back corner over here, so not a big deal. That one doesn't have it, so I don't think it's a design flaw. I think it's more of a quality control thing. But other than that, no biggie. And it, like I said, doesn't do it unless I stand here, which is funny because if I do put the solid floor in here, it won't do it at all. So yeah, in a second here, take a video on here real quick. I'm gonna try the oars out. We'll see the oars in the position of them. All right, so one thing off the bat is, now for me this is fine, but it would be nice to, if you could slide the oar.
You can. Can't, no, that's right, they're drilled and pinned.
Yeah, you can.
You'd have to drill another hole. Oh, okay, that sucks.
So, and they also come in a little, I mean, I think the seat honestly should be moved back probably. Let me try that, see how that goes. Let's try that. Yeah, that's a lot better. Well, it definitely moves like a little raft. Very easy. And this thing moves so easily off of just that, I can't imagine what's going to do with that engine on it. So.
You don't have the engine here, do you?
No, I don't. It's on the little sailboat, actually. Alright, you want to pause it or you just want to?
You just keep it rolling.
Probably should have put that away until I get it over to you. My cousins probably think I'm crazy. My family's visiting from Italy and they're in the house and they probably think we're insane because we're playing with a raft in the pool. Alright. Just don't step at the back. Alright, now Kenny's gonna give her a shot. I weigh about 150 pounds.
I weigh double him.
He weighs right about double me. I'll tell you what though, it is a good looking raft. The way they did the black trim and all, I like that way better than the Zodiacs, because the Zodiacs they do white and gray. I like the black and gray so much better. It gives it a really, really cool modern look.
I'm afraid to step on the board. I'm afraid it's gonna break that. That's right there.
There you go. I'm gonna push you out into deeper water.
Actually, it's pretty damn stable.
Yeah. You and Ron White on there?
Yeah. Now I need my glass of whiskey and I'll be good.
Yeah, you're not going below the rub line where you are.
Yeah, this is definitely not made for a tall person.
No. But then again, they do have the bigger one too, which really isn't that much more. I just got this one's so small, so I could put it behind the little sailboat just for going to the beach and all, which I think I think it's fine. Another thing I didn't mention before too is that repair kit. They had the samples in there, and you could tell it's way thicker and better material than like a Kevlar raft or something like that. So
It does feel like a waterbed.
yeah, right. The floor. Yeah, it's weird. But
yeah, I'd be good with just me in here. I
Yeah.
think another
2 people? Why, you want me to get in?
I don't know. You're gonna try to sit at the front of it.
Sure. I don't remember what the rating is. It says on that plate how much weight it can handle, but oh boy. Well, there you go. We're both in it. Not too bad. Let's see. Yeah, we're up to the rail.
Well, the back's up a lot higher.
Yeah.
With you in the
I
front.
think I actually helped because it's not tilting as much.
No.
It's not that bad though. Like even like I mean I wouldn't want to go whitewater rafting in it, but it's really not that bad.
All right, let's see if your cousin wants to get in here too.
You know they're looking around like these people are freaking crazy. Trying to figure out what's going on. Yeah. Oh, I'm impressed with it. You know, for 260 bucks. I mean, you can't even get one that's
Used.
with a transom plate. You can't even get one anywhere close to that. You're not gonna get much more than like something you would bring to the beach with your family as the inflatable floor, or even close to that. So, but yeah, this thing's built pretty well.
Actually, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was saying. When we put a motor on this thing, we're not gonna be hitting 30 miles an hour, but we'll move around no problem. So, yeah.
Well, there you guys have it.
Yeah. Oh, first impressions. What do you think, Kenny?
I'm very surprised. I'm very surprised.
I would
For
say,
what it cost and for when you opened it up,
yeah,
it's well worth it.
yeah,
Especially for what you're doing with it.
right. I would say it's a winner. Definitely, I recommend it.
'Cause
Time
you
will
buy
tell,
just
but
some
still.
regular floats, even like the party island, I got cost more than this thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right.
So
Well,
if you get like 10 good uses out of it, it's paid for itself.
pretty much. And especially for minimal use for like like what I'm doing. Yeah, I get out of it. So I don't know, Kenny. We could probably plane it with you sitting in the back.
For sure.
Well, this part of the video will be for Tony. Show him how to get in and out. There you have it. I'd say go out and buy one. Definitely.